Alright, here we are. We're gonna put a pair of glue shoes on nicknamed Fat Girl, which that's her right there. So we're gonna start by unboxing the shoes, and in the box we find the pair of shoes. She has tiny feet, so triple aught, plunger adapter for a regular caulking gun, the glue, and 4 tips. The other materials you're going to need is rubber gloves and saran wrap. And we're going to get started. Basically, just a thorough cleaning of the bottom of the foot. Remove all the dead sole and the frog, just cleaning it up a little bit like a normal trim. We don't have to do anything excessive. Then with a wire brush, just hit it real good, removing all the debris. And this is only optional if you have a little torch gun like this. If it's a foot that is wet when you got there, you might want to dry all around the perimeter where you're about to glue. On this case, the foot is dry, so there's no problem. We're gonna trim the foot as normal, as we were gonna put a normal shoe on. And as you can see over here, there is an abscess that had broken off, and when it reached the bottom, it just lost the bottom of the hoof wall and the perimeter. So we're just going to clean that. Remove sole pressure. She never had a pair of shoes on, so this will be her first pair of shoes that she has. And she's gonna go with Glu-Shu, since the owners did not want to put holes on the horse feet. So basically that's all you need to do to get ready to prep the outer wall and start gluing. Alright, so you can clean the wall by just doing a normal light filing to remove all the oils from the hoof and any dirt that you might have on the outside of the wall. I have the buffer, so it seems to be easier to just buff the foot. We're gonna buff and clean all the way to the back of the heel because the glue is gonna come all the way to the end of the foot. And right here where we see the part that is cracked from the abscess, we're just gonna remove that and hit it real quick with a wire brush just to remove any dirt that might have been packed in there. And that's basically all the preparation you need for starting gluing. Now we're gonna go shape the shoe and get it ready to glue.
Okay.
Alright, here we have the Glu-Shu. It's a triple aught. It's a Kirkhard Triumph aluminum shoe inside of this, so if you're trying to gauge your size, you can use a Kirkhard Triumph shoe to go by the size guide. We're gonna slip the shoe over. and she has a pretty symmetrical foot, so it pretty much fits right out of the box. The only thing we're gonna do is bring this heel in a little bit, and the shaping of the shoe is basically the same as any other shoe. So let's go to the anvil and
Okay.
and you see, after hitting the shoe with a hammer, it doesn't damage the rubber or is not coming loose from the shoe that is inside. And that's basically all I wanted to do with this shoe, is just bring that medial heel and lateral heel in. So if you hit the shoe pretty straight, it shouldn't warp or bend, but if you do happen to bend it, you just straighten it out just like a normal shoe, and you see there's no damage to any of it. You just clean off the dirt, the dust, and the shoe's good to go. Alright, we got the fit that we wanted. If we look at it, both backs are nice and flush. They're not pushed out or caved in, so that means that we have a pretty good fit. We have full coverage of the heels, and we line up this mark with the tip of the frog, and that should get us pretty much dead center on the foot. We're gonna load the gun. We have our plunger. It fits perfectly on the back of your Glu-Shu adhesive. And you load it like any caulking gun. Done. Remove the cap, and we're gonna put one of the mixing tips on. As you can see, I already have my gloves on. You don't want to get this all over your hands. And we're gonna move on to gluing the shoe. As you can see here, I'm not filling that crack or anything. I'm just gonna let the glue that is gonna be on the perimeter of the shoe fill that gap as it glues into it. So, and here we have a roll of saran wrap. I'm gonna brush the foot, and now we want to squirt out the first portion of it until both parts are mixing properly, and you're gonna see a slight change of color. This is white glue. That's what they send me. So now we're gonna do a nice bead of glue around the perimeter of the shoe, all the way to the heels, and one extra bead here on the wide part at the toe, a little bit on the beginning of quarters, and basically that's what you're gonna end up with. We hold the shoe there, clean the excess out, just to remove any sole pressure. Make sure the shoe is centered. You have a few seconds to get to that. And now we're gonna start with the saran wrap just around the perimeter of the foot. And that's basically all you have to do. In this warmer weather, I'm gonna hold the foot until the initial set of the glue. And here we're about what, 80 degrees right now? And it's gonna set in about 30 to 45 seconds until I can put the foot down. A good way to gauge that, on the perimeter inside, if you can feel that glue starting to get hard, that means it's not going to squirt all the glue out of the foot. And you want to work your tabs, make sure that you don't have any air bubbles. Yeah, you like it? Better than getting nailed.